will be the last. There is a promise here, a wide open road of wide-eyed tomorrows, walking down to that old county fair, holding hands so shy, shooting cans, whirling round the Ferris wheel like that. Hold on, Mary, hold on to me. When your mama died, the rain came down so hard, couldn't find the tears as you cried. You look so small, you're at my door, my. Hold on, Mary, hold on to me. You know that the sky's not always blue. She is there shining down on you. There is a magic here, and there are ghosts that live on through us. Heaven knows just how the story goes. It grows a bitter glory on and on. Your secret's safe and warm. It haunts and slowly transforms day into night, into lonesome lullabies that cry. Just hold on, hold on. I climb outside this old 9 to 5 like an awful thief in the night. I love my kids and love my wife, but my hold on, Mary, holds on to me. You know what I wouldn't give for just one kiss, one trip back to tomorrow. Yeah, I would beg or steal a barrow. But hold on, Mary, hold on, Mary, home. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. I got money in my pocket. I can tell you how I got it. I got no ring upon my finger, no kids upon my knee. Got no nothing but free. Left my bed in Kentucky. I didn't beg you with bad money. Left my father, left my mother, my sisters, my brothers to run for cover. What could I do? What could I do? I had to choose, had to cut loose. What could I do but tell the truth? Had to cut loose, slip the noose. I got no dreams except when I'm sleeping. I got no gun for safekeeping. I got no words except when I'm speaking. No law and no order, no country or borders, just wide open spaces. I'm tied up like laces. No signs, no saviors, no misguided favors. What could I do? What could I do? I had to choose, had to cut loose. What could I do but tell the truth? Had to cut loose, slip the noose. What could I do? What could I do? I had to choose, had to cut loose. What
Right. Yes. Well, here we are, episode 4, believe it or not, and we have the Jemima Price Band. Yeah. Hello, Jemima Price Band. Well, perhaps we should introduce everybody to start with. I'm guessing you're Jemima.
Indeed, yes, I'm indeed.
Who else have we got in the band then, Jemima?
So we've got Mirek. So Mirek's on the guitars. And we've got Darren on double bass. And lovely John Wigg in the cap. On the fiddle, even. On the fiddle. The mandolin and the banjo today, and of course the lovely Sacha at the end on drums and percussion.
Fantastic. So where did you guys all get together then? Have you been playing together for years and years, or is it a fairly new project?
No, it's a while, different people at different times. But basically, so Mirek, he's my partner in real life as well as in pretend band life. And, so we've been together for a long time, and we started sort of playing, just kind of doing a duo stuff really. And then we worked out earlier today actually that Sacha was the first band member. So we've been
5 years.
Okay.
5 years. 6
5 years. Yeah, 5 years. 2009 we did our first gig at the Grey. Was it the Grey? Oh no, it was Check and Me. Did a charity gig at the Check and Me Theatre in East Grinstead, and so yeah. And then later on, a couple of it was John maybe about 2-3 years ago, and then Darren probably 2 years ago.
Yeah. You've had a few changes of line-up over the years as well.
Yeah, over the sort of 5 years.
So I think this is like optimum now.
This is a Don't Talk About Money. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about rich. Don't talk about a taste of honey if it's not made. Don't talk about stocks and shares. You know I don't really care. Don't talk about economy if you want me. Don't talk about money if you want me. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about the perfect pitch. Don't talk about property if you want me. Don't talk about losing sleep. Don't talk about annuities. Don't talk about the city if you want me. Don't talk about money if you want me. If you love me. If you love me. Don't stand on ceremony. Don't predict the day. Enemy doubting high society. That's not my way. Don't talk about interest rates. Don't talk about rising debt. Don't talk about the government if you want me. Don't talk about money if you want me. This is called All My Lovers. Write me a dream that is sparkling with plenty of oceans that cut to the chase with a smile. Write me a song that speaks of the mountains of life before time, freedom and space, just out on the open roads where you'll find me, dragging my heels in the dust. Paint me a house that is shining and golden, a place for the lonely to play up their minds. Paint me a season so full of colors, too much too fast to break my poor heart. 'Cause out on the open roads where you'll find me, dragging my heels in the dust. Out where the dark night rose into morning, and all you remember bursts into life. And oh, my lovers, come back to me. Oh, my lovers, come back to me. All my moments bow down before me. Oh, my moments bow down to a love that won't falter, that waits a lifetime to play out your mind. 'Cause out on the open roads where you'll find me, dragging my heels in the dust. And all my lovers, come back to me. All my lovers, come back to me. All my moments bow down before me. All my moments bow down before me. Long way down out on the open road, long to drown down out on the open road. Oh, my life right out before me, drowning out down out on the open road, 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 on the open road.
I always find it fascinating. Everyone comes to their instrument through some different avenue. Actually, it's an interesting question. If I can go around, Sacha, who would you say has been sort of the most inspirational to you?
I have to really think about it, because
I mean, obviously, you might not want to pollute your own musical groundwater and only listen to your own recordings.
but I grew up listening to so many different styles of music.
You could never pick one,
I
I'm
couldn't
sure.
really pick one. They
Yeah,
all kind of mixed together and produce the mess that I create now.
No, well, you and I have worked together on lots of things, and your styles are very broad. What you bring.
It's lots of world music.
Yeah,
Really, that kind of makes it. Yeah.
This song is called A Cold Bath. forgot it, spend the night. A cold bath in the morning drowns the fire deep inside. Open up the door and take the first lane to the sky. She says she's dying to remember how to fly. A cold glass in the morning stills her body for a while. Take the boat and you're rolling, rolling, rolling. Take the train and you're rolling, rolling, rolling. Take the plane and you're rolling, rolling, rolling. Take the road and you're rolling, rolling, rolling. Take the boat and you're rolling, rolling, rolling. Blink an eye and you're rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling up for your good life. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long, lonely ride. It's been a long road winding. It's been a long road, a long running all over the world to discover what's new. The sun on your skin feels the same the whole world through. The sun on your skin feels the same the whole world through. The sun on your skin feels the same the whole world through.
How about you, John?
Yeah, I was just thinking. Gave me a bit of time to think while you were,
Do you want me to come
No,
back?
my
while you were
answer.
interrogating a percussionist. No. Yeah, well, really, it all stems from my mum and dad, because they were pretty hot on the Irish stuff, Dubliners, Furies, and as a young kid, well, as a young family, we got, I was going to say dragged around, but we actually enjoyed it. All the festivals, concerts. My mum also liked Los Paraguayos and the Greek stuff, so Celtic, world music, and it was always very sociable. Whenever we went out, it was always a good laugh and a crack.
Mm.
My dad ran a folk club,
Right.
and met all sorts of musicians you might not have heard of, some you might, and coming in and out of the house. So to me, I've never known anything different, really.
Great. Yeah, it's certainly a very sociable thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it should be, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
This song is a song about being in love, and it's called Cloud 9.
Time and again, same romance, losing my mind, same old taste they leave behind. Then one fine day, something just changed. I found my dues had all been paid. That one fine day, just 3 small words I heard. You're on cloud 9, thank God I fly. No word of a lie, it was the best day of my life. It's turned out good, it's turned out fine. I found my heaven and it's mine, oh mine. 'Cause who can explain that sunshine after the rain?
I mean, growing up, I've listened to all sorts of music. I mean, I went via punk, rock, everything like that. But then obviously when I discovered the double bass, and it was jazz, so it was Mingus and Scott LaFaro with the Bill Evans Trio, was just incredible. As I've moved along, as we were discussing earlier, Danny Thompson, when I discovered him with John Martin, talk about picking your way through a tune and adding to it, and just changing what's going on in the tune. So he's possibly one of my biggest latter influences. But I mean, even now I listen to everything. I mean, I'm sort of discovering quote unquote reggae and stuff like that. So slap bass and stuff. So everything, buskers we meet in the streets and stuff like that. Just absolutely everything.
Through the valley of time like some forgotten pilgrim left behind. Kneel by an altar, I can't explain how the words don't come out. And the prayer fails, the prayer fails. And there's a giant carving man who doesn't seem to give a damn. Footprints too large, when it rains you can drown the world. And the prayer fails, the prayer fails. Oh, it's a long way down, praying on your knees. It's a long way down, praying on your knees. And there's not a sound of a miracle in these quiet streets. And there's a river of science and gold that flows through some lands, I am told. In other lands, the river's dammed when a child lifts a dying hand. The prayer fails, the prayer fails. Kind seed sat on Wall Street, fell down and broke his crown. No God or government could mend him again. And the prayer fails, the prayer fails. Oh, it's a long way down, praying on your knees. It's a long way down, praying on your knees. And there's not a sound of a miracle in these quiet streets. It's a long way down. It's a long way down, praying on your knees. It's a long way down, praying on your knees. Free my flesh where this circle of life is manifest. Feed my life to a higher course where I can seek out some recourse. In shackled rows, at least we do not walk alone. In shackled rows, at least we do not walk alone. In shackled rows, at least we do not walk alone.
My first music which I listened as a kid, I was like in things like AC/DC, so pretty heavy stuff, kind of expressive, and in fact by jazz, because in my country there was probably music which didn't carry on any ideological kind of values in community. So we had this kind of the oldest in Eastern Europe jazz festival. So in TV I could see whole shows like whole concert like Miles Davis in 1980, and at this time I didn't realize what it is, but it kind of tastes nice. And I think 7 years ago I just discovered acoustic sound, by falling in love with acoustic guitar, and I think that was like something really exciting, definitely folk, definitely bluegrass music and country, and it's like kind of transition to basically country, and I kind of left electric guitar for many years, kind of try get on with acoustic, and now by this transition from this acoustic stuff I'm going back slightly to electric sound.
Sure.
And I like kind of it's the different influence, and I think it's just so many great bands and music out there.
So I don't know if you agree, but I always think that the rest of Europe has much broader and in some ways more sophisticated musical tastes than we do here in the UK, particularly in the mainstream.
I think we're just kind of fed something very particular.
Yeah.
And just sort of, it's becoming more narrow and probably less and less about. We sound like old farts always moaning about it, but we do end up moaning about it. But I think it might be slightly warranted,
I think absolutely.
But it's just,
Yeah.
It's less and less about art and more sort of, I guess manufactured and
making money.
And the music now correlates with an entertainment, like in a show or something like that. So it's not just about the music now, but then after that, because you're still generating money, that's what's always fed to you on the radio, because that's the whole, the whole part of it.
Well, I think the quality of the music becomes diminished as the commercial side of it becomes more the focus.
Yeah.
Being a pop star is like a job description.
That's true, absolutely.
And it's got nothing to do with being a musician.
Yeah.
Take notes, Simon Cowell.
They'll probably go all they're just moaning because they're not really, really rich. But we don't care.
You better remember to bite the bullet, but better remember not to chew. You better remember not to do it if you can't see it through. You better remember fact from fiction when they place you in the dark. You better remember to be consistent whether you've been good or not. Salt and sugar on your tongue is sweet and bitter. Throw the dice and put your finger on the trigger. Out of the stocks the fool comes dancing, and in the straw he makes his bed. But better remember not to kick him, or you'll be bringing down the king instead. The stars in the sky look down unblinking as they watch your tales of war. Down in the bar, the devil's drinking, 'cause he's got no place to go. Salt and sugar on your tongue is sweet and bitter. Throw the dice and put your finger on the trigger. Salt and sugar on your tongue is sweet and bitter. Throw the dice and put your finger on the trigger. Unpack your bags with all those troubles and lay them down to rest. 'Cause the birds are just a twitter to give the life some interest. If you've and bitter? Am I a fighter or a quitter? Throw a 6 and take a hit of liquid fear. Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo. Quite into sort of, I suppose, you know, singers like Billie Holiday, and then I had quite a lot of sort of like, yeah, I always kind of liked quite theatrical, sort of dramatic music, I suppose, or kind of, well, Kate Bush is one of my heroines, but that was slightly, maybe she was slightly later, but I say, yeah, very early on, I was always listening to sort of mostly kind of female singers, I suppose, because that's what you kind of connect and associate with, you know, lots of even like 40s singers and Bessies, you know, all that kind of stuff, really. But I think, yeah, the most influence after that was, I suppose, the sort of, sort of 16, 17 was the sort of finding, and falling in love with Kate Bush, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I like, you know, Joni Mitchell and all that.
So perhaps we could just introduce a couple of the songs that you're playing for us this evening. There's one you mentioned in particular, Say That I Win.
It's a song that I really enjoy singing, I think particularly, so saying earlier about how that has, you know, sort of transformed just to being something, you know, an acoustic thing, and it was really, really brought to life through the band, and obviously particularly on the mandolin. It's just so, just absolutely gorgeous. So it's a sweet, I suppose it's a kind of basic song about getting over somebody in it, or somebody, or an addiction or something, and I just kind of use a sort of, analogy of sort of the pioneers and the, you know, going through imagine my wagon train going over the plains of Nebraska or something. We're just, you know, kind of just some imagery which helps me when I'm singing it, and it's just to say, just trying to get over somebody. But it's just really nice when the band plays it. It's just it's a lovely moment.
And it's always nice to hear a band that knows how to play to the room as well, and sort of balance themselves naturally in the room. But as to record a band, it's always much easier if everybody is aware of that, rather than quite often you crank up and they're off and no one can hear anything.
Yeah.
But if everyone's sensitive and they adjust their dynamics,
definitely,
you've got a natural sort of ability with that, obviously. I mean, from playing together, but from your experience as well, that shines through.
You definitely get the sort of dynamics in the songs. I think there's lots of songs that have that, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Sort of range of dynamics.
Huge
and
dynamic range.
that fought and died for me.
This is the title track to our album, and it's called No Alibi for Alice.
You don't have to build me a home, babe. You don't have to be a rolling stone. You don't have to see my soul, but I don't wanna chase no rabbit down a hole. You can kill this love if you try, but I can't give you no alibi.
Where can people get hold of No Alibi for Alice?
Right, so we've got our website, which is www.jemimapriceband.com. So it's available there, and also through iTunes and CD Baby. So those are the kind of main places, or personally through me.
Yeah, signed copies.
Signed copies.
Special deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, all I can really do now is say thanks very much for playing for us,
Thank
Jemima
you.
Price
And
and
thank you for having
Band.
us. Thank you
Enjoyed
both
it.
for having us for the whole
brilliant day
it's
it's
a
been.
brilliant day, and you've wonderful.
Please remember to subscribe to our channel as well and check out the other episodes of the Live Room. Thanks very much for watching. I've been me, and these people have been them. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Paint your colors around, paint them out on the town, paint them red lights and blue movies. Everybody you know is a heart of stone. You're a long way from home, you see the signs, but you don't know what's the meaning of life when it's not underlined. Why the trouble to strive again. strife. Everybody you know is a heart of stone. You're a long way from home. You see the signs at left, and you know it's a crime. Yeah, you know it's a crime. Yeah, you know it's a crime. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know it's a crime. Yeah, you know it's a crime. You know it's a crime, but you don't question why. It feels right. Ooh, watch the wheels of waste drive a red in the road. Watch the wheels of fate free fall, free falling. Everybody you know is a heart of stone. You feel so alone, it feels right. And you know it's alive, yeah, you know it's alive, yeah, you know it's alive. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know it's alive, yeah, you know it's alive. You know it's alive, but you don't question why. It's inside you, inside you, inside you. It's coming at you. Cause you know it's a crime, yeah, you know it's a crime, yeah, you know it's a crime. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know it's alive, there's a monster inside. You know it's alive, but you don't question why. It's coming at you. It's coming at you. It's coming at you. There's a man on the street you don't even see. There's a man